All right, we're here. I got to do make sure I show all of Augustus's comments so he doesn't yell at me. Um, no, that was interesting. Yeah, sorry we're a little bit late. I guess we're always late, or I'm always late. But I wanted to make sure we finish. I was finishing up the live Hiller show, and here we are. So let's get this one going. This is from today. So we've got two today. We've got this, and then we've got meme for time afterwards. Kind of ironic because he's going to talk about meme for time in this one. Pool Boy's going to coach after that. Roderick is also a coach or has been a coach, and he's going to do the coaching one with me. So let's get it going.
Today. And the first one needs a little bit of history before we get into it. Well,
I mean, it's fine for me. Is that too loud for you? Or are you good?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. Be about Dubai. Dubai put one of their participants on blast without giving us the name.
Do not do that.
And I still don't have a name. But due to the nature of the country, I guess that you can't tell people who it is. It's some sort of a crime to tell people who is splicing videos together. And that's okay. It's not okay. We need to know who it is.
Give me the answer.
Because then we can Trevor Bachmeyer. Remember Smashworks? 2017, 17.5 the workouts with the double unders and the thruster. He did one round. This is the guy who owns Smashworks.
Dude, pause this real quick.
Okay, do you know about this?
Yes, dude. I haven't watched this video yet, so I'm going into it blind, and this is cool.
Okay, that's awesome.
But
I love it.
I remember this specifically because this gym is Diablo CrossFit. At the time, it was one of they had 3 locations. They have the one that's around now still. They had one
Diablo, yeah.
They had one where I coached at. I was coaching at their San Jose location.
Yeah.
And then this is their Alamo location. And Trevor Bachmeyer, whatever the fuck his name is, worked with a lot of his athletes, and like they would compensate, like, hey, you work on my athletes, and I'll give you access to the gym anytime you want.
Yeah. Wow.
And I guess this guy came in during a time when the gym was closed, no one was around, and did this. And I remember Craig was so pissed, immediately kicked him out. It was bad. But I remember this. This was a big topic of the gym.
Wow.
It was crazy, dude.
So I didn't quite understand what he was saying. I guess I'll watch it again here. He said something about one round. I don't know.
Yeah, so he loops his video. So I don't know if Hiller goes into it in the video, but this guy has history. He would put these obscene scores up during the open, qualify for regionals, but never show up. Like he would never attend, he would never show up.
What's the point of that? Like that's confusing to me. Like
everyone at the gym would be like, dude, how is he putting up these scores when he's absolute dog shit in the classes? Like he was just never the top guy in the class, couldn't lift for shit, but he'd be posting these crazy scores in the open. And at the time, like they didn't really do any video reviews in the open or anything like that.
He did
until
do that.
Until like regionals, like you would qualify, then they would ask for videos, but he would never submit anything, and he would never go. He would never qualify. And then finally,
that's hard to understand why someone would do that. There's no fulfillment in that. That I don't get that.
Ego, I don't know, man. Crazy. But then then this happened, and it was so blatantly obvious that he looped his video. And it's hilarious because he did one round, looped it, and then he would do his final round and play like an acting card. Like he would act like he was tired and dying. It's hilarious, man.
I don't deserve to do Hiller in review because I think Augustus is right. So I wasn't paying attention to this. It makes way more sense. Hiller's going to start doing box jump burpees, and at the end, I wasn't paying attention to his box over burpees or whatever. And at the end, I'm just like, dang, he's still moving really fast. But I guess Augustus is saying that he looped that, which makes perfect sense in the context of this video. So
yeah, this was the thruster double under workout, wasn't it?
Jan, I've never even seen you in here until last time. You'll get a wrench. Everybody gets a wrench. Yeah, it was.
Everybody saw the video that looks like it was shot on a potato. Crazy thing about this dude shooting on a potato, very much like Brooke Wells showing the capacity in that handstand push-up workout way back when, is that every single thing that you're going to see from this person is pristine and greatly done up on their Instagram profile, on their YouTube profile. But then when it comes to submitting a video to CrossFit.com, it looks like it was shot on Motorola Razr. Red flag number 1. In honor of all of these people, Mr. Dubai, who shall not be named, it's like Voldemort over there, and then Trevor Bachmeyer, who still to this day is just going. Somehow has survived a great Instagram purging of March 2024, has paid some sort of robot marketing agency to raise his engagement so he's getting thousands of views and a couple of comments comments and a bunch of likes per post, but you're no longer fooling anybody, Trevor. You're not as good as I am. And what do I mean by that? For the rest of this video, as a tribute to these two individuals, Mr. Dubai and Mr. Smashworks, I'm going to do
I've seen that. Okay, yeah, he's gonna do the burpee thing. I've seen that other guy, but I don't know much about him. Do you?
No, I'm not too familiar.
Hey,
I don't know. Maybe I am, and if I see more of it,
Yeah.
I'll get my belt. I'll remember.
I don't think he does. What's meme for time talking about Roderick? Not as good as the dude who posted top score and trolled the entire community.
There was a time where I forget the workout, but there was another dude who I think got in trouble for looping his video, and it was pretty blatantly obvious because he didn't have a rope, like he didn't have a wire attached to his handles. So he would
Yeah.
literally just pick up empty handles and he would pretend like he was doing double unders. But then when he would put the handle down, it would roll. Like you can see the handle roll, right?
Dude, it was Kim Jong-un.
Kim Jong-un, isn't that the North Korean leader?
I think so. Oh, that's hilarious. All right. Let's do it.
burpee box jump overs. I'm going to do burpee box jump overs. Why don't we go over these 9 other things that I want to talk about? The first one is the submission video. As always, I got no idea who it is. It says right there, never mind. Darren Livingston. Are you still on the leaderboard, Livingston? Livingston. Yes, you are. This is your 3rd workout. You finished 37th on it with a time of 3:07. And the crazy thing about that is that at the 1 minute and 54 second mark during your workout, your video completely freezes. We don't know how many burpees you do during this period of time. Maybe you got a phone call on the waterproof app, you forgot to put the thing on Do Not Disturb. It happens, but that video is invalid. It's just as invalid as the dude who spliced together. It's just as invalid as Trevor Bachmeyer's video.
Oh, I get it. Shut up, Augustus, because I didn't know.
So this guy looped his burpee box jump over workout. Oh! I remember that.
Wait,
there
he
was a
posted
guy
the
who
top score.
So there no. So there was a guy in the Open who posted like a ridiculous score. He's #1 in the Open. I forget what the workout was, but it was a video submission, so you could watch it. But when you would click on it to watch, it was like Kim Jong-un like laughing or something like that.
How long ago was this?
It was a while ago, I think.
Okay. Have you
I
ever
remember
had
that.
this happen during a workout where you're doing a qualifier or something?
Oh
And,
yeah. That's what I use. I use the Wattproof app. And
Yeah.
my girlfriend and I are doing the Fittest of the Coast workout right now, and I had to like tell her like, hey babe, like you got to put it on airplane mode. And she was like, no, I put it on
Yeah.
do not disturb mode. And I was like, no, you can't do that because calls will still go through. And she's like, no, they don't. And so I called her and I was like, yes, they do. If you get called
Wow.
twice back to back,
Yep.
they'll go
Yep.
through. So I called her once, didn't go through. And then I was like, hey, check this out. And I called her right back again. It went through. And she was like, whoa. And so she was like, okay, I'm putting it on airplane mode. I was like, you got to put it on airplane mode every time.
All right.
But you're still on the leaderboard with 37 points on 24.3. The next question is, are you affecting the leaderboard at all? Just outside the cut line are Morteza Sighat and Gigoros Pikaragas. Both of those people would have moved up 1 point and would have potentially qualified for the Dubai Fitness Championship if that video were invalidated. And that's just one video. Here's another individual, Lani Dubai qualifier, who for some reason shoots this video vertically. Now everybody has the ability to turn their phone horizontal. I recommend that you do that because when you have a two-parter or when you're doing stuff that takes up space, you're not going to leave the frame like you did when you do that jerk over in the corner. That would in and of itself invalidate the video. That bar also looks crazy bent. Also, how do you expect anybody to be able to see the rowing screen from that far away? Turn it horizontal, move the camera closer. That video should be no good based on the fact that you can't see the screen. Something else that I noticed, blast from the past, a good blast from the past, unlike Trevor, is George Sterner. You might not know who George Sterner is, but I tell you what, that dude was on the warpath. I thought that dude was going to be the next CrossFit Games champion. I think he finished 2nd place in the teenage division and then qualified in his first year in the open division. Didn't finish all that hot. It was like 30th or something like that. And then from what it seemed, jumped on the OPEX train and did some long-term strength building. It's almost like James Fitzgerald, Mr. OPT, has no idea what he's talking about. How dare you? He's taking what should have been the next coming of Matt Fraser and he's putting him through engineering school or something. But he was doing the Dubai workouts and he's still moving like a dream. I just wondered if his deadlift's any better than it was. Did OPT do anything positive?
This is all ridiculous.
Probably not. I also saw Ruan Harry Pottinger.
Ruan's an interesting one. His strength is like, or do you know anything about him by chance?
No, I don't know any of these athletes.
He had a couple great workouts too. Maybe not great. So he was 7th in the Lake Day. And then the one where they had to do, I forget what it was called, but where they were doing all the gymnastics.
Are you talking about the games?
Yeah, I know he won his heat. So he had 2 really good workouts, and it was basically things that didn't have to do with strength. He just stopped after the first clean on the clean ladder. So what he's about to say is true. He's very good, except He's a really nice guy. I've had him on the show and stuff. He's just, I think his max clean and jerk is like under 300.
Particular. Shooting some OnlyFans content.
Yeah. Hey guys, this is Juan Pulkiter doing the Dubai qualifier, Dubai Online Championships or CrossFit Championship qualifier 24.3.
And that was just my first thought. My second thought was, for anybody who thought that they had to get stronger to qualify for the CrossFit Games, just take a look at this dude's body. I listened to his interview with Dave Castro, thought he seemed like a crazy cool guy, but nobody's going to mistake him for Mr. Olympia anytime soon. But he did make the CrossFit Games. YouTube fed me this individual who has done Murph every day for 1,000 days. He was inspired by Mr. Jim. Jim, who now has lost basically every ounce of muscle mass in his body from doing some sort of crazy ultra marathon running. It was next on the docket after he did Murph every day for a year. I think he did a hero WOD every day for a year after that. Looked at this dude, saw one of his air squats, and my first thought was, oh, you didn't do Murph every day for 1,000 days.
So I tested an air squat.
However, the video is crazy cool to listen to. He goes down some weird spiritual route, which isn't typically my cup of tea, but apparently 200,000 other people like it, and I've seen far worse.
I've seen that. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
It sounds horrible. He was originally starting, it was originally Murph for a year, and then he's like, I'm going to do it for 1,000 days. I'm just thinking, dang, dude, that's
Because whenever I see titles of YouTube videos like that, I did Murph
Yeah.
for 1,000 days. This is what happened. I'm like, I don't need to watch this. I already know what happened. Probably ended up pissing fucking blood for like a week.
right. I didn't even know until this last Murph. I'd never really paid attention. Honestly, it's kind of paying attention to like Hiller stuff and no reps and just trying to be a little bit better in my movement and stuff. But I looked around at Murph this year and I was like, holy crap. I couldn't believe some of the air squats I was seeing. And I didn't say anything, but I probably should have, frankly. Like, you just try to figure out a way to say it respectfully without like in the middle class saying, hey, you're not doing your air squats right, you know? So I'm also not a coach, so it's
My favorite though is the affiliates that I see that allow athletes to wear their weight vest, but then do pull-ups banded.
Oh yeah. That's
So-
really
it's
weird.
so
So weird. It's like invalidates itself.
ridiculous. And then I see
very-
them do the push-ups with the vest on, but they're doing it on their knees, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
it's just so funny.
I love Barry's persistence on this Brian Friend video. Apparently
He loves that video. He loves that song.
Yeah.
I think, hey, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. You guys,
I don't either.
You guys can make fun of it, but
Yeah.
you know,
Look, I
just-
mean,
like if
yeah.
it was like P Diddy, I'll be missing you, and it was like actually good and legit, you guys wouldn't be making fun of it.
That's true. That's true.
Let the
Good
men
point.
grieve. Let the men grieve.
All right. I like it.
Squats out there when people say that they're doing Murph. But that one squat still ain't good enough, homie. 999 days, I suppose. Oh, we got another one of these CrossFit is dead people. Wait a minute. That was me? Me? Oh, yeah. Me, Zach Telander, everybody under the sun has made a CrossFit is dead video. Had this thing sent my way, clicked through it, was watching it, watched the whole thing, and that chart came up. If you're going to steal the chart from either myself or Zach or Craig Ritchie or whoever put up the
So I don't know where, and I didn't catch the first time where he got this from.
You're the YouTuber. You should know.
Yeah, no, I'm not really a YouTuber. I'm more Instagram and I do YouTube. I don't
I want to see this
know-
as CrossFit's
yeah.
YouTube analytics, right?
Okay, got it. So you have to actually do some sort of search string in order to get this. And there must have been work put into it. That was maybe somebody in the comments know. I didn't completely understand this part, unfortunately, but he stole it. I saw this video. It was uneventful.
chart from either myself or Zach or Craig Ritchie or whoever put up the chart in the first place. You have to cite your sources.
The proof is in the receipts. If you go over to Google Trends, you can see the rise in popularity going all the way back to 2004.
Just like Talking Elite Fitness is doing right now with the barbell spin.
The barbell spin had this on.
No, yeah. So the barbell spin also did report.
Which is also what they should have done way back when I was the one who broke the news on Mr. Jada Coons calling CrossFit dangerous.
So also in the news recently, CrossFit HQ named Jay DeCoons as the new VP of Global Affiliates and Operation. Following the announcement, there was some criticism from this decision, as back in 2018, DeCoons described CrossFit as unsafe.
That was me. They didn't name me. This dude isn't naming Craig or me or Zach or whoever said CrossFit is dangerous and dying first. But anyway, he basically went down the roof talking about the death of Lazar. He's talking as somebody on the outside looking in. No insight into it. If you ask me, it's not looking very good for CrossFit, but that Google chart is so 2023. The Lazar thing is still an ongoing thing. You can't look at that and say, oh, CrossFit ain't gonna make it because of what happened to the 2024 games. Not yet, you can't. I'll be the first one to admit it's not looking very good. I've made that video in the past, but I'm going to keep on beating down the hatches of the thing that I talked about. I've got more community help in the tip of my pinky finger that Danny Spiegel has over the entire circumference of her butt. Nope, not that part. My favorite part of going to the events is hanging out around every
Wait, what just happened? How did he have a shirt on suddenly?
That was an old clip from an old video, I think.
Was it?
Very
Okay.
good. I've made that video in the past, but I'm going to keep on beating down the hatches of the thing that I talked about. I've got more community help in the tip of my pinky finger that Danny Spiegel has over the entire circumference of her butt. Oh, not that part. My favorite part of going to the events is hanging out around everybody. Razor's favorite part of the CrossFit Games is having his logo tattooed on everybody for a free membership for the rest of their life.
What is that? I don't know.
Oh
about
my
that. Is that
God,
a real
Grant, are you
thing?
serious?
Hey, listen. This is not a
Bro.
ridicule. I don't know about this. How am I supposed to know about freaking tattoos that get you free lifetime memberships?
Dude, like, I think it was like 2 years ago at the games, maybe 3. I'm pretty sure it was 2. HWPO announced, hey, if you come over to our booth and choose one of these 2 tattoos and tattoo it anywhere on your body, you'll get a lifetime membership.
That's like the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
People did it, man. Lifetime membership.
Huh.
Imagine doing that and then like realizing like, damn, this is a really hard program. I'm going to switch to something else.
Yeah, right. You go from like Mayhem's affiliate program to that.
Not that part either. Ah, there it is. The TLDR of this entire video is CrossFit is indeed dying via the Google metrics. It's doing so because Greg Glassman shut off the media company in 2017. We're still seeing the ramifications of that. And if nobody over at CrossFit's going to figure that out, they don't want to do anything to get more
So people don't really talk about that a lot because we like Greg and Greg invented this whole thing. But that was clearly a mistake, right? I wasn't around when that happened. Greg,
I mean, he was
just,
Greg's not perfect at all.
Yeah.
But, and that was definitely one of the mistakes he made is cutting the media. At least personally, I feel like.
And was it during COVID? I feel like it was right as I was starting CrossFit when he left. No, when he left and when he had made a comment.
When he got booted out.
Yeah. Was that like 2020?
Even though they'll never say that he got booted out. Yeah, that was like in the pandemic thing. It
was
happened like shortly after the George Floyd shit.
Yeah, he said Floyd 19. Okay. So I didn't start CrossFit until right after that.
Yeah, it's so amazing to me like how, because everyone deemed it racist and stuff, and it's just like this shows how retarded people are. Because can you name like how many black athletes are in CrossFit right now outside of Chandler Smith?
Not really.
Exactly.
There's
When
the one
Greg
guy
when
in
Greg
semifinal.
when Greg was the in head of the games or head of CrossFit, we had Elizabeth Akinwale. There was another black gentleman, I forget his freaking name.
Brianna Can.
Brianna Can, I don't know what that means. But yeah, there was like 3 or 4 black athletes at the time when I mean Easy Muhammad was there when Greg was in power. And then plus it was his idea, as much as I kind of think it was a dumb idea, to invite a national champion from every freaking country.
Yeah.
So the games were the most diverse they ever were under Greg's lineage. It's insane.
That's very interesting. Yeah, I feel like there's multiple eras in CrossFit, and I feel like one of them is definitely the post-COVID, post-Greg era. I feel like that marks anybody who was at CrossFit for like a year before that, who I talked to, they just have a different background and just vocab surrounding CrossFit than I do. Anybody who's like pre-2020, it seems like. I definitely came in late to the party, unfortunately. All the fun was being sucked out. All the fun. You know what the funny thing is? I mean, this isn't my biggest regret, but in 2016, when I started my job in San Diego, this one dude, Seth, always asked me, I'd work out at like LA Fitness, and he always was asking me to go to CrossFit. And I was like, nah, that's stupid. Nah, that's stupid. So now he's always texting me about like, dude, you have a podcast now. You're on Instagram now, and you couldn't come back in 2016. So
that's so funny. Yeah, we had Neil. I'm sorry, I'm looking up the old leaderboard.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
Neil Maddox, Elijah Muhammad. Those were a couple of other black.
Yeah, I know
athletes.
Elijah Muhammad. Yeah,
crazy man.
That is crazy. I mean, if I would have started in 2016, just think about how much better I'd be than you.
It's true.
No, it's not true at all. I'm not an athlete. I'd be better than I am now, though.
Holy shit!
Media
I'm
people
sorry.
on board. The
Andrew.
media company is.
What up? What up?
Sorry. I'm looking at the women, and I'm just remembering these names. Andrea.
Oh,
Hager
yeah.
And stuff. You don't know who that is, do you?
No, I'm just gonna nod my head and pretend.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Go on.
Yeah.
going to continue to do this. And I have another proving point right here. And it's got nothing to do with the 2024 games. It's got nothing to do with any sort of chart that you pull off a Google Trends page. It's the new CrossFit YouTube training channel, which had, I'll tell you what, 5 or 6 freaking subscribers when I shared it. After I'd shared it, it picked up like 500 subscribers. And then after the CrossFit channel shared it, it picked up about another 100. I own you, CrossFit. Anyway, they put up their first video, a 40-second video. A 40-second video. This isn't 2008. You can't put up a 40-second.
I don't understand how they do this. Like this, I wouldn't know about this stuff if Hiller didn't talk about it. Like how bad. They have people that are getting paid salaries, like lots of them, whose department is, or at least if this falls under their department. I know somebody, one of my good friends, and we don't really talk about the HQ stuff because he knows that I do this and he's kind of defensive of CrossFit, but I just don't understand. How do you get away with posting stuff like this and not posting stuff on YouTube for months? Like, what are they doing?
Small team.
What is it that you say you do here? Here, that Grant, you can't just put up a 40-second video. No, you can't. Thank you.
Video. In the era that is Samsung, where people want to sit there for 40 minutes and watch some stuff, YouTube is shooting 40-second videos into the stratosphere, and not in a good way. It's like, get off of planet Earth, we don't want you here. We don't want you on our platform. The worst thing about that video is that I could have made it sitting right here.
Doesn't want 40-second videos. I know that's true. Those should be shorts. I think they're automatically shorts. Hiller, you should.
It's amazing how that is. Because like when I'm on Instagram, I only want to see short videos. And then when I go on like YouTube scouring, like I want to see longer videos.
I agree. It's like the separation in your head of one is for long form and the other is short form. Hiller, if you watch this, I want another YouTube analytics video. He did one like 2 years ago and it was really interesting, particularly for somebody like me, but I'm sure there's new updates and stuff. I thought it was a good video. I don't know if I'll do it.
That's right. I could have made it with everything on the internet already. There's nothing new in this freaking 46-second thing telling us that there's going to be new content on the 22nd. Well, I don't believe you. We see the 90-year-old grandma working out that you've been using for the past 4 years. You don't even create a thumbnail for the freaking thing. It's the first frame of the video. It's regurgitated stuff from the past year with vertical video superimposed in there. And I just don't have high hopes for that channel. Up to 727, 93 views, 1 comment. And here's the thing. If I know anything about the way that CrossFit is operating right now, they have a plan, and it's probably a 4-month plan.
What is it? Don't die?
But a YouTube channel is a 10, a 20, a 30-year plan. I still want 100,000 subscribers. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, you should do it right freaking now. Right freaking now. Come here.
Which reminds me, if anybody has not seen this video, make sure that you go watch it in its entirety. I don't want to take even a couple views from anyone or have it playing in the background, something. I don't want to be stealing views from the show that I review. So
I'll do that right now.
Nice. I like it. Yeah, it's got to be all the way through though. I don't know anything.
No, I don't think it's got to be. I don't think it's got to be all the way through.
I think they all say that it's best.
I think if you at least watch 30 seconds of it, it counts as a view.
Here's the thing, you get a view, and this is why Hiller needs to do another analytics video without giving up all the secrets. Oh yeah, that too. Subscribe to Keeping It Real if you don't. No, he wasn't going to say that, but you guys do that. What is that?
I'm having the video in the background.
Oh, okay, nice, good job. Okay, so what they say is that for the algorithm for YouTube to push it out, they recognize the watch time, right? So if you watch for 30 seconds, you get a view, but if they've got a bunch of short views, yeah, exactly, your average time goes down. That is like the huge driver. If YouTube sees, like on Hiller's videos, for instance, YouTube sees, holy crap, people are watching on average half the video. That's like crazy, right? Like mine, it's like a minute and a half on average.
Hey, so if I want to go viral, like when I go to sleep, should I just leave one of my reels like just on my phone?
I think you need more than that. You need like one of those where they've got those device farms and they can play it on all of them, just looping over and over. But I bet YouTube would recognize that. I mean, I think that's what they do when they get you fake views, something like that. Machines, they use virtual machines.
Here, Kygo. Come here. Come here. Tell him. Come here. Come on over here. Tell him. Come here. Come on over here. Tell him to subscribe. The Pitbull says, subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's right. Press the freaking button. Press the button. Press the button. Thanks, girl. They're gonna fall off. You're gonna prove the knockout version of Donfall.
A way to crown the fittest human being on the planet.
On his garage, no fate. Correct. Now we're gonna flip the script. We're talking about a YouTube channel that's been doing it really well. Meme for time.
Double unders are so
This is my favorite part. And you left for it. Meme for time. You're not here anymore. This is a great video, and I'll talk about it in a second.
easy for me. I could probably do it with one arm. Oh, well, why don't we try it? Here.
You may know him from the skits that he does at the games on Instagram. Really well done those as well. But recently he's been covering a lot of the adaptive field.
2 weeks ago, I was at an event where there was people competing with one arm, no legs, people in wheelchairs, multiple sclerosis, cerebral palsy. There was 29 different divisions. You're probably wondering, Rolo, where the were you where all these people were competing? Well, I'll tell you, I was at the Adaptive CrossFit Games.
He put up this video where he uses himself trying to do a double under with one arm with one of the apparatuses that they have the athletes using who don't have that one arm. And he turns it into something where you get to see a little bit of the field. He's calling people.
I figured, you know what? I should reach out to the person that I know who is incredible at double unders, and they have one arm, and that's Victor Asaf.
I heard you were about to do like 500 double unders with the mono rope. First of all, that's a lot.
Middle of the video, it's a pretty cool video. Go check that thing out. Meme for time. That's Rolo. Also, I saw Colt.
All right. So that video is, he took so much time on that. It's funny. As soon as this video came out, I like FaceTime. I was freaking out because I get overexcited, and I FaceTime Rolo, and I was like, dude, Hiller's talking about your video right now, because I know how much time he put into that. He spent like not 7 full days, but like 7 days editing it. If you look at it, there's some similarities to the way that Hiller edits. Dude, these things take so long. When you like, there's things you do with zooming in and out to keep people's attention, but then you insert clips and all these various different things. And what Meme for Time did is he took a topic that we don't like as much as the CrossFit Games or the regular divisions. He does the adaptive game stuff, and it's really hard to make an engaging video about that without losing people's attention. This was a good video. All the people who are here, I know it's not that many, but do me a favor if you would. It's like 9 minutes long. It's really good. It's really entertaining. And then at the end, there's a little bit of a challenge who could actually use the adaptive rope, which looks so hard. I don't want to give it away, but I don't know. Maybe you can do it, Pool Boy.
No, probably not. I've never used one, and I don't think
It looks so hard. Yeah, it looks terrible.
Merton's origin story.
It's a long journey getting up to state and falling in the final there. Oh, the feeling like getting some off, but
Well, it's obviously disappointing, but just when God's praying for me, I guess. I put in the work, did everything I could, and it just didn't happen.
And obviously, the person you faced a very good wrestler yourself coming off stage in Alaska. Kind of does it console a little bit knowing that you didn't necessarily wrestle poorly, kind of was able to have a good match yourself?
Yeah, he was just a good wrestler, and I went out there and competed as hard as I could. It didn't end up in my favor.
So 2000, he'd be there about, I don't even know how old he is now. Colton Merton State Wrestling.
He's a young buck. Dude, do you remember when he had a mullet?
It's funny you bring that up, because I remember before I did any of this or knew anything about the games, I'm talking 2021 when I was at a CrossFit gym, everybody was talking about, oh, semifinals is going on. So I remember clicking on YouTube and watching and saying to somebody the next day, my coach, who is that really short guy with the mullet? He was just dominating. And I went back and looked, not but like 3 or 4 days ago, and realized that it was Colton Mertens.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I want that guy to win. Was there a year that he didn't, that he won some events at semifinals or whatever it was then, regionals, but didn't make the games when he had a mullet? Or did he make the games that year?
I don't remember. I only remember him when he went to the games with the mullet.
Okay. So maybe it was the year he made the games. Got it. Yeah, he was a good wrestler. I think he made states or placed at states, but I don't know what this is. If it's the state tournament or what.
That's sort of what's next for you wrestling in college. What's the next step?
Well, I'm going to start competing in CrossFit. So can I start getting out of wrestling? I'll probably do tournaments here and there in the off-season and whatnot and stay competitive in it, but I'm not sure it's something I want to continue in college.
Okay, thank you.
Did you see him say he was going to do CrossFit?
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, if they're asking him about college wrestling, this must be the state tournament. And if he was in Iowa, I mean, I know that Iowa State wrestling's like world famous for the wrestling, so he was probably pretty dang good.
Was he like 16 here, probably?
Yeah, I think he's like 24, right? Colton Merton's age. What'd you miss? I'll play it again for you, Augustus. If it's like 20 seconds back. He's I don't really know how to math. It looks like he's 26 now. So he was 18 years. So that was his senior year. That would have been senior year.
I mean, God forbid that guy ever want to take over the world, because if he says something, he's probably going to be really good at it. Almost as good as I am at these burpees. How long has it been? Like 10 minutes? Isn't it incredible what you can do in 10 minutes if you set your mind to it? Or sit behind a computer for a couple of years? Personally, I cannot wait to see what comes of the CrossFit Training YouTube channel. Instead of telling stories, they should be providing value to the people who already give them money, who might be potentially giving them money. That's what YouTube is for. Kind of like the video I put up yesterday. Are you a good coach? Check that thing out if you want. It was pretty good. Fueled by Twitter. That's all I gotta say about that. Listen to the Pitbull, subscribe, and Riller out.
I'll play it again for you guys just real quick. Let's see, where was it?
For your wrestling in college, what's the next step?
I'm gonna start competing in CrossFit.
Right there. I'm going to start competing in CrossFit. So he must have already been doing it, I'd imagine, or just started or something. And
yeah, he had to have been doing it for a while, because I don't think anyone just does their first class and says they want to start competing.
I literally hate you, Augustus, and I wish that I wasn't old so that I could challenge you to burpees or something, but I am old and I can't beat you. So, all right, we're good. That's about it. You guys, we've got another one coming up here in an hour. Maybe we'll do it earlier, because I know doesn't Savon have his games update thing tonight? Did you see that?
He said he was going to go on again later tonight, so I assume that.
I think I saw somebody in the chat. Let me know what time that is, and if Meme for Time's available, we'll go on earlier.
I'll look right now.
Can we end with a John Denver song? Okay.
He really wants me to play that.
What do I need to play? Just I'm not gonna laugh, but you tell me what to play. Can you do a link in here?
The show starts at 5.
5 Pacific, so 7. Okay. So we'll probably go on for Meme for Time here with Meme for Time here. We've got a special little surprise for that one. We've got some Hiller archives. I'm talking 10 years old. Hiller's like in college, some comedic videos. It's going to get crazy. There are some interesting things in that. All right. So Savon's on at 7 Central, 5 Pacific. I can't click on that. Yeah.
Just bring up Brian's Instagram.
All right, but I'm not gonna laugh at it. All right, let me see. How do I do this? I don't think my my screen share works. If my screen share works, I'll pull it up for you, Barry, because you've been asking for a long time, and I think you deserve it.
I think Barry is low key into that song.
It is a good song. Friend. Oh, it's his other one. Brian Friend.
I'm personally more into Sabir's Savon podcast show song.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Hey, you know that song's on Spotify, so you can bump it whenever you want.
The one by
Sabir and Kelly, yeah.
Dude, I can't even find. Did he block me? I can't even find his regular. Oh, here it is. I got it. Never mind. All right, I'll try screen share, but I don't think my volume works for this. Let's do this.
Daniel Carey. Jesus.
They literally bullied me in the share screen. Let's see here.
Have you been following Barbell Spins like triathlon post?
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
Dude, the comments are I can't keep myself away. The comments are so
as soon as Augustus said something.
What's the point of this? You're tone deaf.
It's like it's almost a social experiment, that post, because they just post something, literally news, and everybody assumes everything.
It's just so dumb, man. If someone in the comment wrote, how come you don't talk about the hockey skater that died?
I don't think this is going to have I know that was a dumb comment. Raider 2G said throw up. Oh, gee, holy crap.
Augustus. Wait, what? Someone wrote something actually negative?
This person here had a throw up emoji.
Oh, that's fucked up.
I don't think sound's going to work, but here, let's try.
It's Castro's fault.
Gone to heaven.
Sounds good to me.
I know, but it's the chat that can't hear it usually. You guys tell me. I feel like I can't do this right now.
Hey, again, I mean, I don't find any issues with it. People are just being hard.
Oh, they can hear. No, dude, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to. I don't want to.
It's like okay, like I get it. It's kind
Thank
of
you,
corny.
Barry.
It's
Yeah.
kind of corny, but like that's the only reason why you guys are hating on it.
I believe that he like during this part, this song he wrote. I believe he wrote a song because
Like if it was like John Mayer status and it was like hella good,
Yeah.
people wouldn't be saying shit. It's not satire. Get the hell out of here.
No, it's not. I mean, he did the frisbee throw at the end, which seemed kind of random. But look, I mean, he's a nice guy. And here's the thing: he's different, right? Like,
I like Brian. I'll always support Brian. I don't have any issues
Yeah.
with him. I
my
get why
po-
people do, but he's never affected me personally.
all I'm saying is he's a different dude, which is totally fine. Like, I'm a different type dude, and I would imagine that he does some different type things when he grieves. So that's it. All right, we'll be on with meme for time here in at the latest 45 minutes, but I'm going to try to get him on early. Pool boy has to go coach, so now he can get some free time a little bit before he goes to coach. Appreciate you, Pool boy. Thank you for always being around and being reliable.
Yeah, buddy.
Until next time, guys. Actually, until 40 minutes.
I'm back.